if it were all up to you with the kind of work that you do in HR, which aspect would you like to escape from? Now, mind you, this is not an escape thing that you want to leave, because you can never escape from your own commitment and your passion to serve. It's more about, if you take a breather from all the tasks that you have, which one would you like to escape from? This is the answer.
If I have to terminate an employment or somebody, the papers, resignations, conduct an exit interview,
Attrition.
no show,
Payroll.
Terminating employees, and at the same time, people analytics.
Payroll.
if I have to terminate an
Okay, so those are the answers. I would like to thank the following for their replies. We have Bernadette Faduga, the HR Officer of Maticon; Nisa Trinidad, General Manager of Grovite Staffing Services; we had Corinne Patron of Aboitiz Power; we also had Ms. Debbie Centeno, Lorraine Joyce Librando, and from Icon Executive Search, we had Jay Avenida, Laura Del Ang, and of course, a very familiar face that I will call in a short while, the HR business partner of PTC Holdings, Sir Mark; Enrique Hernandez, Jesse Soriano, HR Director, and Andrea Caloco, HR Manager. So at this point in time, I would like to invite once again Ms. Joanna Cetre, and this time our another reactor who will do the segment later on, Mr. Mark Hernandez from the survey. Ms. Joanne and Sir
Hi,
Mark.
Jov. Hi, Mark. Is Mark here with us already?
Okay, very good. So we're still waiting for Sir Mark, but while we're waiting, Ms. Joanne, I think we should jumpstart the conversation already.
Yes.
We heard about their answers, and I know, like, for example, somebody mentioned about files and paperwork, and that's
I agree.
one I would also like to escape. Would you agree?
I agree, especially when you have tons of paperwork to do. And then, because of course, sometimes it takes our time away from other things that we have to do.
Yes.
So I do agree with that. And sometimes it's this paperwork, also talks about areas that we have to improve in terms of efficiency. So, sometimes I don't like to deal with that.
Why are companies still not pushing for, the outright elimination of these documents? And I think a lot of us are actually into the, digitalization of files. So what's keeping them, aside from, budget, of course?
Yeah, I think it's also an appreciation of how these technology can help, in terms of efficiency, because of course budget is there, and also the
Mhm.
appreciation of what's the ROI from these
Yes.
investments, right? So that's my assumption there. Maybe they need to understand more how these can help the business actually, in terms of getting more returns. So I think we have to. There's a lot of education that still needs to be done.
Yes. And of course, it's environmentally friendly to do so, and quite efficient as well if you have access to your files digitally.
Exactly. But also, I think, Jov, there's so many technology also out there. It takes a lot of time to understand each one and to also
Mhm.
decide which one you would go for. I'm
Yes.
not sure. How about you?
I think so, because you really have to find that, something that works for everybody in the team, not just for the executives. Everybody has to have access. Like, for example, even your you know your associates, for example, those people on the floor, in the manufacturing floor, they need to have access to the JDs, for example. So do they have the technology to support that? I think that's a major consideration. The
Because a
other thing,
significant change.
yes, the other thing that they mentioned was the need. I mean, of course, they want to escape from labor issues. Can you?
I don't think we can. As as people leaders, it's not and labor issues are not just HR concern. All people managers, this is labor issues, labor laws. We should all be aware of that. And I don't think we can get away from that. In fact, we
Yeah.
have to embrace it.
Yeah, and when you talk about labor, for as long as you work with people, there's no escape from it. It's a wish list, by the way. The other thing somebody mentioned about payroll, but I don't want to escape from my own payroll. But if you're doing everybody else's payroll, what is there to escape from?
I agree. And I hope nobody would want to escape from doing my payroll as well.
Yes,
But I can just imagine the complex calculations, to process
yes.
all these payments. And sometimes even just one error can cause compliance issues or legal actions already. So I can understand why they would want to escape from that.
I think the root of the problem here is that once people receive their payroll, that's when the questions arise, and dealing with these questions actually takes time.
Exactly.
The final thing is attrition, not apparition. It's attrition, Joanne. This one is quite difficult, especially when you let people go. How do you talk to them? It's like a James Ingram song. No easy way to break somebody's heart. Is there an easy way around this when you let people go?
I don't think there is, even when we're talking of just one person, or if you're talking about hundreds or thousands of individuals. I don't think it'll be easier for any one of us. But I think compassion is really very important as well. As people leaders, we have to make sure that we protect the dignity of these individuals, and we also provide the best support available for them.
Yeah. I think one CEO, if I think you've read about it, heard about this, even you watched the video, he actually gathered everyone in a Zoom call and fired everyone in the Zoom call. And that was disastrous for his company.
I
So
saw that.
yeah, maybe it's a wish for us to take a breather in some of the most challenging aspects of our role in people management. But we all know there's no escape from it because we're committed, we're passionate to serve.
Exactly, exactly. And we also have to be mindful of the brand of the organization as well. So we also have to protect that.
Thank you so much, Joanne, for joining me in this very short discussion. And again, once I would like to thank those who shared their insights with us, that one word insight of which part of the work they want to escape from. Let's proceed to the next. Thank you.